Pretty disgusting, repulsive, whatever adjective you can come up with. The monster who shot these two officers still at large, as you just heard, $100,000 reward for information on the gunman. The county sheriff is now challenging, as just reported, NBA star LeBron James to match that reward. Joining us now with more is L.A. County Sheriff himself, Alex Villanueva, is with us. Sir, first of all, I watched your very emotional press conference the other night. Our thoughts and prayers are with your entire team and these officers in particular. Any new updates you have? They're in stable condition. We expect they'll survive. Do we know if there's going to be long-term damage to any of them?
That is a question that still has to be answered. They're still in intensive care, and well, unfortunately, it's going to take a while to have the rehabilitation, the recovery process, and to gain full control of their extremities. And we're just going to continue praying for them. We're going to support them, and hopefully they'll be able to make that complete recovery.
In New York City, the mayor there, Comrade de Blasio, cut the budget by $1 billion, $150 million cut from the LAPD. More importantly, Sheriff, we have a vice presidential candidate that actually praised that cut to police officers, number one. Then we have a presidential candidate who said police become the enemy and said, yeah, of course we should redirect funds away from the police. Then we've heard, I barely mentioned any of the violence at the DNC. I think it was mentioned like twice in passing. It's been happening for well over 100 days. I'll go through the list of how many officers have been murdered in this time period. Your reaction to this in terms of a leadership position, and we'll play the rhetoric of top politicians bashing police almost on a daily basis. I want your reaction to that.
All right. What I can say is that I don't support any politician, any elected leader, anyone who is an influencer in society has an obligation to maintain law and order and to support law and order. And I've heard some things from elected leaders, particularly at the local level, that's just astonishing. And they're just fanning the flames, pouring gas on a fire, and they're not bringing people together. They're further dividing people, and it's reprehensible. And this is, I won't say this is the outcome of that. However, they're contributing to the narrative that they're always going to be that one person in the crowd that's going to take them at face value, and they're deciding to take independent action on that. So people need to be responsible because words have consequences, and this is a prime example of that. Well,
Sheriff, let me ask you more directly. We've seen night after night, 100-plus days, city after city, Molotov cocktails, precincts commandeered by anarchists. We've got sticks and cops pelted with bricks and rocks and frozen water bottles, stabbed, shot, hit with canes and hockey sticks. 43 officers murdered in the line of duty, and thousands have been injured. But one party in this country is denied. They said, oh, no, that's a myth. How do you have a convention and not talk about this? How is it, you know, barely a good word, only under political pressure do they finally speak out? A little too little and a little too late in my mind, sir, and I do hold them accountable for their rhetoric.
Well, we got to go by facts and not by emotion. It's really easy to manipulate emotion. It's kind of hard to manipulate facts. In this nation, average once a week, there's a cop killed in the line of duty by the felony actions of a suspect. Once a week. So I know there's a narrative that people are trying to push out that there's a George Floyd happening in every single department across the entire nation. That is absolutely false, irresponsible, and obviously it leads to bad outcomes. That encourages the mob mentality, people trying to storm precincts. And I think law enforcement agencies throughout the nation need to, one is defend their precincts, their police stations, act responsibly, obviously, with the public, and work hand in hand with the community. And we got to hold everyone accountable. And personal accountability is also important, because the mantra everywhere is accountability about law enforcement, but somehow it gets lost in the shuffle, individual accountability.
I'd like to know, more about your challenge to LeBron, but I make a distinction. There were peaceful protesters chanting Black Lives Matter, separate and apart from the group Black Lives Matter. That's the group we have on videotape chanting, what do we want dead cops, when do we want them now? If you can quickly respond to both
Yes.
those.
That is very true. I had 20,000 protesters right outside my building right here in downtown LA a few months ago, exercising their First Amendment right, and we were there to defend their exercising their First Amendment right. But when they show up at South LA Station armed like they're going to play NFL football as a linebacker, they're not a peaceful protester. Let's end that nonsense right now. Anybody's got helmet, goggles, pads, shields, frozen water bottles, fireworks, mortars, and all these things, they're there to do damage and then try to instill or promote anarchy, and we're not going to support that anyway.
Let's see if LeBron takes your challenge. Sheriff, our prayers are with the two officers in a hospital tonight fighting for their lives.